We hope you're enjoying the show. My name's Judy Patel, and I'm one of the logistic coordinators for IASA this year.
My name is Josh Thariyat, and I'm the other logistics coordinator.
And now we'd like to introduce the President and Vice President for the Indian American Student Association for 2015.
And more importantly, these are people that I've spent countless hours with and I've grown to love as family. So without further ado, Namratha, Sathish, and Sundar Kannan.
We're so happy to welcome you to our 32nd annual IASA Cultural Show.
It's so surreal for us to stand here and not only watch the last 9 months of planning displayed on stage, but also the culmination of our college careers. As seniors who've been involved in IASA leadership for 3 years now, we get so many questions about why do you spend so much time and countless hours on an extracurricular organization?
One of our running jokes over the past 10 months since we become president and vice president was that we'd have this speech written before this week. But as we tried to write it in March or in July, we realized that writing it without talking about this past week would be ingenuine. Since over the past week, we've spent so many hours flyering at the posting wall, at late night practices, and all of that has immeasurably added to our IASA experience. While this show is the culmination of this year of events, and is our biggest event, what gets lost in the hype of these dances is the fact that this is a show for charity. What blows my mind is that every year this organization comes together and all these students spend hundreds of hours working for a show that benefits our campus, Ann Arbor as a whole, and people across the world.
So why else do we willingly sacrifice sleep, meals, and maybe even attending a class or two? My family moved to the States when I was 4 years old, and I don't remember too much from those first couple years, but there is one memory that I hold pretty close to my heart. I don't know if my dad remembers this, but just a couple weeks after we moved to the States was 4th of July. Now, we didn't necessarily know all about the fireworks traditions, but the minute my dad found out that there were fireworks going on around us, he bundled me up in my car seat, and we drove all around town looking for the best views of the fireworks. It may not seem like much at the time, but my parents had just moved to a new country and left behind their friends, family, and home. Yet we're still looking for ways to make my brother and I feel more comfortable in our new home. Whether it's sacrificing a night of sleep to show me the fireworks, or leaving behind their family for a better life for my brother and I, my parents have made quite a few sacrifices. I may not always vocalize it, but I'm deeply moved by what they have done for us. I'm sure that this is something a lot of you here in the audience can relate to as well. This is also a notion that we, as IASA, put forth in our professional development and community building pillars. The professional development chairs put on events that highlight issues facing young Indian Americans both socially and culturally. The community building chairs organize group bonding events to make sure that our members are up to date on the latest in Bollywood and current Indian events.
Now, I came to the University of Michigan from Logan, Utah, and I think the only 3 people that have visited Logan, Utah is my family in the audience right now. So, I came here knowing absolutely no one. I didn't know what any of the clubs here were. I didn't know a single person. But thanks to the IASA marketing team that year that slipped a quarter sheet under my South Quad dorm room, I came out to mass meeting and met the people that I've spent 4 years with now. So without those people, without our marketing team every year, we would not be able to express to all the freshmen who come here knowing no one, what we are, who we are, and what we do.
As an out-of-state student myself, I can personally vouch for the fact that IASA has helped me find a home away from home. It's also helped me to keep alive the culture and traditions that have instilled in me the values that I hold so dear. The stage today not only displays performances, but many families coming together. Whether it be a family of 24 dancers, a family of 4 in the audience, or the family of board and core coming together to put on this show.
Now, it's been an incredible experience this year working with Namratha, Anurag, and Shravya because I've known them since my freshman year. But I'm also so grateful for the opportunity I've had to get to know the younger members of board and of this organization who will lead it into the future. However, we both want to say a big thank you to all the alumni who mentored us, who helped us, and without whose influence we would not be here right now.
We hope we've been able to properly convey the gratitude for each of you. All of you have had a meaningful part in what this experience has meant to us. Thank you once again for coming out, and we'd now like to introduce you to our amazing board that has helped make all of this possible tonight.
First off, our treasurers, Parth Joshi and Adya Chanta.
Logistics coordinators, Juhi Patel and Josh Thariak.
Alright, next we have our show coordinators, Anurag Parcheri and Shravya Mustu.
Without further ado, our community service chairs, Shema Chira and Sonia Aluwalia.
We now have our community building chairs, Bhavika Gamadi and Shriti Justly.
Our professional development chairs, Neelan Sudarshan and Mit Patel.
And last but not least, our marketing chairs, Michelle Nandigan and Punija Tilaka, who unfortunately could not be here tonight.
We'd just like to give a special shout out to Taj Cottage, who provided the outfits for quite a few of us on stage, so thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show.